tonight on EKB Evening News at 6. For half of Kentucky, it's all over but the counting. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jill Fraley-Dotson.
And I'm Gary Sloan. Cindy has the night off. Well, today is primary election day, although there was little evidence of it. As expected, voter turnout extremely low. EKB News reporter Shelby Steele spoke with officials about the turnout and why they say voting remains important.
As expected, precincts are reporting a low voter turnout at the polls today. The lack of local races seemed to make the voters uninterested in the outcome. Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes says it's in Kentucky's best interest to vote because no matter what, the Commonwealth is out the same amount of money.
It's not enough just to register. You've got to make it to the polls on election day. It costs us the same here in Kentucky to open up our polling locations, over 3,700 polling locations, whether we have 80% turnout or 8% turnout.
Pike County Clerk Rhonda Taylor says it's important to exercise your right to vote.
It's been pretty low. I don't think too many people have showed up at the precincts. For whatever reason, they're not that interested. It's a very important election. I can't think of anything much more important than your governor's race. And of course, your Secretary of State and Treasurer's race. It's kind of sad when there's not a local election that people lose interest.
Pike County Deputy Clerk Ricka Ratliff says she feels that not many people even knew it was Election Day and simply forgot to vote.
I don't know if there's just not been enough chatter about it or what's going on, but there's not a lot coming out. People get a lot more invested in the local elections than they do a state or even a federal election.
For EKB Evening News at 6, I'm Shelby Steele.
Last night, we told you about a baby found in the middle of a Floyd County road. Today, EKB News reporter Shannon Deskin spoke with Brian and Melissa Hall, who found the child. As we'll see in this next report, they remain stunned a day later.
24 hours after finding a baby sitting in the middle of a Floyd County road, Brian Hall says he still can't believe what he saw. Brian and his passenger Melissa told us the 11-month-old baby boy was nearly impossible to recognize in the heavy rain they were driving in.
I saw him sitting in the roadway in my lane and really thought it was just an animal, a dog or something, but as I got closer, he started crawling off of the roadway. Of course, we were pretty close to him at that point, and then I realized it was a baby.
Melissa Hall, being a grandmother herself, said that all she could think about was getting that baby out of the road and into safety.
I don't remember the vehicle stopping. I just remember scooping him up in my arms, and he was crying and screaming, and he was just soaked to the bone.
Brian said he honked his horn several times, hoping to get someone's attention, but no one came out of any of the nearby homes. So he and Melissa drove up Bucks Branch Road until there was enough cell service to call 911. And in the 24 hours since they rescued the 11-month-old out of the road, both Brian and Melissa say they have received some criticism, even to the point of accusing them of abducting the baby.
You know, a lot of people have posed the question why we didn't go door to door trying to find the baby's home, but, you know, we're just not going to put ourselves in jeopardy like that at that point because we didn't know what situation put that child in the roadway, if it was a domestic dispute or anything to that effect. And you know, I just thought the prudent thing to do is very simply call 911.
The baby's grandmother, 48-year-old Tammy Cooper, was arrested yesterday and charged with second-degree wanton endangerment. Cooper was released this afternoon, but will be closely monitored until her upcoming preliminary hearing in Floyd County District Court. The baby was checked out at a local hospital yesterday, but seemed to be in good health. Police officials tell us the investigation is ongoing. For EKB Evening News at 6, I'm Shannon Deskins.
Last week, the Floyd County Fiscal Court gave approval to the first reading of a budget for the upcoming fiscal year. $17.8 million spending plan contains no major changes from the previous year, although it does include an estimated $2 million for disaster repairs. Details of the budget include $7.35 million for the county's general fund, $3.7 million for roads, nearly $2.5 for the county jail, and over $1.8 for coal and mineral tax projects, and $340,000 for 911. The budget contains no proposals for new revenue. Following Friday's action, the budget must receive state approval, then be given a second reading and passage by magistrates. Once passed, the budget goes into effect July 1st.
One of the two men indicted for setting fire to a Robinson Creek Railroad tunnel last year appeared in U.S. District Court today to answer to the charge. 49-year-old Ricky D. Johnson of Robinson Creek appeared in shackles before U.S. Magistrate Judge Edward B. Atkins and entered a plea of not guilty. Johnson was indicted along with Harlan Dameron on charges of conspiracy and arson for allegedly setting fire to the tunnel last April. The two men each face between 5 and 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine for each count. Dameron has not yet been arrested.
A former Floyd County doctor charged in 2013 with possessing child pornography is now facing charges in federal court as well. Brett A. Dunning, whose license was stripped by the State Board of Medical Licensure shortly after he was charged, was indicted May 7th, but those charges remain sealed until he appeared in court today. Dunning has been charged with receipt of child pornography and possession of child pornography. He pleaded not guilty before U.S. Magistrate Judge Edward B. Atkins today. A July 28th trial date has been set. Dunning has been under house arrest since being charged in state court. Judge Atkins ruled today that he can remain under home incarceration.
Coming up, Alltech is celebrating innovation in its annual conference in Lexington this week.
And Jenny Wiley Theater Footlights Theater program is gearing up for its next performance. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Jenny Wiley Theater is widely known as the area's only professional theater company, where many actors have gotten their start over the years. However, another part of Jenny Wiley's mission is to educate students in the performing arts through its Footlights Theater program. EKB News reporter Courtney Lovern caught up with the student performers as they prepare for their upcoming production of Beauty and the Beast Jr. She brings us this report.
Even though the University of Pikeville is finished with classes, work was still being done in Chrisman Auditorium on Monday evening for Jenny Wiley Theater's Footlights production of Beauty and the Beast Jr.
We're having a lot of fun. We've got about 45 kids involved, and their families come and help out with costumes and some backstage stuff and things like that. So right now we're getting ready to block some more of the show. Tomorrow we're going to do Be Our Guest, more of our musical numbers. The kids are doing a fantastic job.
University of Pikeville professor Kim Willard is over the show, and the actors have been working tirelessly to prepare for their first performance. Willard directs young actors in the Disney stage adaptation that age from 8 to 18, and the cast consists of around 45 actors and actresses. The play will run from May 28th through to June 6th and will give the audience a chance to see a Disney classic performed right in front of their eyes by children that aren't even out of school yet.
But it's so fun. I mean, everyone knows Beauty and the Beast and everyone loves that show anyway. And seeing these kids do it, it's adorable. They're really talented and amazing singers, especially for how young some of them are. I would wholeheartedly recommend this for anybody to come see.
The play will be held at the Jenny Wiley main stage in Pikeville. Reporting for EKB Evening News at 6, I'm Courtney Lovern.
Alltech is currently in the midst of its 31st annual business conference, Revelation, this week in Lexington. A craft brews and food fest was held Saturday, followed by the 4-day business conference featuring 110 speakers on science, agriculture, business, and marketing. One of the highlights so far came Monday evening for Secretary of State General Colin Powell received the company's Medal of Excellence. Alltech founder Dr. Pierce Lyons says one of the main goals of the conference is to spur attendees to change the world by following their dreams.
And make sure your dream has a purpose, has a passion. Because when you have a purpose and when you have a passion, you have a why. And when you have a why, you find a how. A purpose and a passion. And do whatever it is that has that music in you. And may you never die with still music left inside you.
Revelation continues tomorrow when UK coach John Calipari receives the company's Humanitarian Award.
2 employees from Big Sandy Community and Technical College were recognized as great teachers during the school's graduation. Professor Tammy Ball and Assistant Professor Laura Ford Hall received the Great Teacher Award on May 8th. Ball is a 14-year veteran of Big Sandy and is coordinator of the school's Human Services program. She is advisor to the school's Care Club and is founding member of the college's Community Garden. Hall has been teaching communications at the school for 11 years and is the creator of Big Sandy Idol and the Big Sandy Singers. Lovely ladies, congratulations to them both.
Absolutely.
Coming up, Andrew Joyce will be here to fill us in on the latest district tournament results.
But first, EKB Chief Meteorologist Lathan Hopkins will be in with a look at our weather forecast. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
It was an absolutely perfect day around the area.
Yes.
Not too hot, not too cold, just about right.
We had a few showers move through this morning, those helping cool things down. The humidity level is dropping, and that's going to be pretty much the forecast over the next several days. As a matter of fact, the Doppler radar not showing any kind of rainfall here locally. That is definitely good news. It looks like the rain will be out of the forecast until tomorrow night and early into the day on Thursday, but we'll talk more about that here in just a second. Satellite and radar composite across the region. Well, not a lot to talk about across the Commonwealth of Kentucky, western parts of West Virginia, southwest Virginia. You can see the clouds are beginning to break up as that front continues to move off to the south and to the east, leaving behind clear skies. Now, clear skies, light winds, and of course the rain that we've picked up over the past couple of days. Watch out for some patchy, dense fog as we head into the overnight hours tonight and for the Wednesday morning commute. Temperature-wise, 78 degrees in Pikeville, 82 in Prestonsburg, 81 in Paintsville, 79 right now in Inez. We have 72 in Dorton and 80 the current temperature right now in Whitesburg. As far as the almanac, went down in the record books. The high did at 77 degrees. Normally we should be around 75, so close to where we should be this time of the year. 63 was the official low, normally around 55 degrees. Picked up a trace of rain earlier this morning at the National Weather Service office in Jackson. Now about 2 inches below average for the month, but still about 5.5 inches of rain above average for the year. Now we're going to broaden the picture with the satellite and radar composite. I want to show you the big changes that are moving in. We have 86 in Charlotte, 84 in Atlanta, 78 as we mentioned in Pikeville, but behind this front, 65 St. Louis, 65 Columbus. Notice the low 50s across the Great Lakes. This is some of the cooler air that will be moving in here. Overnight lows tonight back down in the 40s, upper 40s, and highs tomorrow in the low to mid 70s. The humidity levels will be dropping, and that is definitely good news, and it's going to bring some relief as far as the pollen count is concerned. Sponsored by Faith Pharmacy, Adams Plaza in Pikeville. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all in the moderate to high category, 7.9 on Wednesday, 7.3 on Thursday and Friday, but all in all, not too bad. Now that 7-day forecast, 75 degrees tomorrow, partly sunny skies. The rain chances moving in late Wednesday night into the first half of the day on Thursday, maybe a 40% chance of rain Wednesday night. Friday, 73, partly sunny, 80 on Saturday, partly sunny. And then as we head into the long holiday weekend, Sunday into Monday, chance of rain back in the forecast, and temperatures in the low to mid 80s. It is the unofficial start, unofficial kickoff of summer, and it's going to be feeling like it.
Well, I'll take that.
Yeah, me too.
Ready for it. Thanks, Lathan.
Well, the Williamson Farmers Market is now in full swing until October. Every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. you can purchase fresh fruits, vegetables, greens, honey, bread, eggs, and things of the like from local vendors in downtown Williamson along 2nd Avenue. The Williamson Farmers Market started in 2011 with a pilot season and only opened once a month. Now, the Williamson Farmers Market is on its 3rd regular season, opening every Saturday. Co-manager Maria Arnett says this offers something unique for the city of Williamson and also helps the economy.
The farmers market is a great opportunity for a couple of reasons. It kind of provides something for people to do on Saturday. You can see it's kind of bustling and it's still early in the morning. It's good for local farmers that are trying to make a living from farming, and we've been setting up and selling here ourselves, and then it's important for people to eat fresh fruits and vegetables, so it's a good way for people to have access to those types of things.
If you have any questions or would like to become a vendor, you can message the Williamson Farmers Market on Facebook or call 304-235-3400. There is an application process and a vendor fee of $5 each day.
Looks very tasty.
Yes, it does.
Stay with us. We'll be back with sports in 2 minutes.
Well, Andrew, district and softball and baseball tournaments still ongoing.
The postseason is underway all across the Bluegrass. And good evening. Across the Bluegrass and around the region, the district baseball and softball tournaments are in full swing. A few of the games were completed yesterday before being postponed till this evening due to weather. All the first round games will wrap up this evening. In high school baseball, starting by districts in the 57th tournament at Inez, the first round games will be completed this evening. Johnson Central and Sheldon Clark just underway at 6. And the 58th district tournament is underway now at Drift Park with first round action. Allen Central facing Betsy Lane, and Prestonsburg will be taking on South Floyd at 8. Complete coverage on the radio, Classic Rock 103. And Pikeville is hosting Shelby Valley in 59th district first round play at Davis Park last night. Pikeville shuts out Shelby Valley 10-0. Valley sees their season end at 8-19. Pikeville freshman pitcher Kevin Justice was on his game. He threw a no-hitter in the win over Shelby Valley in a game that saw Coach Steve Brady notch his win number 200. Bottom of the second, runner on third. Connor Reisner with the bunt to the pitcher, but the throw is wide. One of 4 Valley errors. That brings in a run, and Reisner moves up to second. Tanner Thompson hits a 2-hopper to second, and a bad bounce will score Reisner 1-0. Pikeville goes on top. That brings Mikey McDonald to the plate. He'll drop this single into right field and advance Thompson to third. McDonald had 2 hits on the night for the Panthers. And finally, Clay Sloan up to bat. Runners on the corners. This drive to center field. Both runners will advance to score on this at bat by Sloan. Pikeville wins it 10-0 over Shelby Valley. The Panthers move on to the championship. Of course, they will face top seed Eastridge in the 59th District Championship tomorrow night at 7. In 60th District tournament action, 1 seed Lawrence County facing 4th seed Phelps. We go to the top of the 4th. Phelps up to bat, trailing 13-0. Bailey Hurley up to bat, back up the middle for the base hit. Kenzer Dotson comes to the plate. He hits a shot over the left fielder's head. That will advance Hurley to score the first and only run for the Hornets on the night. Bottom of 4, Noah Lambert at the plate for the Bulldogs. He'll go the opposite way with the single to get the Bulldogs offense started once again. Finally, Morgan Miller at the plate. Pass ball. Lambert will still second, putting him in scoring position. And then get Zach Kazee with the hit to center field. Lambert will score, answering the 1 run that Phelps received in the top of the inning. Final score, Lawrence County cruises to a 16-1 win over Phelps. They'll punch their ticket to the 60th District Baseball Championship Wednesday night at Pike Central. And Lawrence County will face the Pike Central Belfry winner. Last night, the Hawks and Pirates completed 3 innings before the rains fell and the game was postponed. Top of the first, Belfry at the plate, 1 out, runner on second. Jacob Francisco grounds 1 to short. A bobble and a bad throw. Belfry's Keaton Taylor scores. Pirates 1-0. Then Austin Dotson at the plate strikes out. Francisco caught stealing on a great throw by the catcher, Hunter Clark. Due to weather, this game was delayed until this evening. They'll pick it up in the 4th inning. The winner of Pike Central Belfry takes on Lawrence County in the 60th District Tournament Championship tomorrow evening at 7 at Pike Central. In softball district play, the 57th District Tournament begins this evening. Johnson Central's ladies take on Paintsville starting at 5:30, and Magoffin County will be facing Sheldon Clark 30 minutes following the conclusion of the first one. The winner of these games play in the championship game Thursday evening at 7. And in 58th District play, Betsy Lane knocked off Allen Central's Lady Rebels 15-0. South Floyd takes on Prestonsburg's Lady Blackcats tonight to wrap up the first round play at 6. The winner of South Floyd Prestonsburg advanced to play the Betsy Lane Lady Bobcats tomorrow night at 6 for the 58th softball title. In 59th District softball action at Pikeville, The Eastridge Lady Warriors facing Shelby Valley's Lady Badcats. Top of the fourth, 1-1, one out. Eastridge up to bat. Kaylee Sloan lays down a perfect bunt. Nothing Valley can do. That puts runners on the corners for the Lady Warriors. Brittany Tackett at the plate. A chopper to shortstop. Good hustle by Tackett. She'll beat the throw, giving her an RBI and the Warriors the lead. Then Kelsey Dameron grounded to third, and the throw just a little high will allow the run to score. Eastridge gets the win, 10-2 over Shelby Valley. Eastridge advances to play top seed Pikeville tonight at 7 for the 59th softball crown. Complete coverage on ESPN Radio, 95.9, 104.5, 102.5 FM. Tonight in 60th District action at Pike Central, Lawrence County takes on Phelps. Just underway, Belfry meets Pike Central at 8. And earlier this afternoon, rumors from NOLA.com and ESPN that Coach Cal was being courted by the New Orleans Pelicans. So Coach Cal tweeted he is not interested in that or any other job other than at Kentucky.
Surprise, surprise.
Indeed. Coach Cal, he's here.
Things can change, though, in the blink of an eye.
Quickly, if the dollars are right.
It's all about the money.
It is.
All right, Andrew, thank you. Stay with us. We'll be back in just 2 minutes.
Well, maybe a slight chance of an isolated shower tonight?
Mainly tomorrow night into Thursday. Tonight, we're just focused on the cooler temperatures moving in. 49 degrees. The overnight low tonight, 75. The high for tomorrow, we stay in the 70s through the rest of the week. And then by the weekend, we're back in the 80s. And, of course, you can find the latest forecast in tomorrow's edition of the Appalachian News Express.
Very good.
Andrew, what's coming up later on tonight?
Well, of course, election coverage. Always interested about the statewide results. Our coverage starts on EKB TV at 7:15.
Very good.
And that will do it for tonight's EKB Evening News. One programming note, you can get to up-to-the-minute election results tonight by listening to the radio stations of East Kentucky Broadcasting starting at 7 p.m.
And we'll also have periodic updates on the election throughout the night on EKB TV, with the first update, as Andrew said, beginning at 7:15. We leave you tonight with local scenery and wildlife. Good night, and thanks for watching.